meet tomorrow, but I'm pretty much just gonna show up at his office anyway, so one way or the other, we're meeting. All the VQ applications are being rejected right now, and there's only a handful of agents that can do it. The game isn't disappearing, it's just evolving. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, so don't get too excited about hearing July. I'm not in love with the fact that I had to go chase an agent around, but that's part of what I do, guys. That's part of my service. Yo, what's up with the children? So we heading up to Hanoi. Things are going a little bit crazy right now, guys. A lot of VQ people are being rejected. They're not giving us any reasons why. I'm working with like 4 different agents. It's happening to all of them. So we have some guys that are being handled by some agents up in Hanoi. I gotta go meet with them and make sure everything's okay with their situation. If you're coming in as like a white guy from America or Britain or something, or Australia, it's not gonna be a problem. But if you're Vietnamese American, for some reason there's a lot of rejections that are happening right now. So we don't know why this is happening. We don't know if there's going to be a way to resolve it. So we're going to go meet with a couple companies in Hanoi, and we've been meeting with companies here in Saigon. So I'm going to document this trip so you guys can see what I'm learning as I learn it. And you know, we're going to do our best for you as we always do. I'm flying to Hanoi. Peace. What's up with it, guys? So we got through security, everything's smooth. Heading up to Hanoi, we got to meet up with a couple people. It's going to be a pretty crazy couple days because I got a lot I got to talk to these 2 agents about. So it'll be a fun trip, but it'll also be a business trip. So we will keep you guys informed on any new information we find out. And obviously, for those of you working with us, PM us, because we'll give you the very intimate details of the conversations that we have. Yo, what's up with it, guys? So we are in Noi Bai Airport in Hanoi. We just arrived. It's about 8 o'clock. The weather so far outside, I heard, is about 15 degrees Celsius, so it'll be a nice different change for us from Saigon. We're gonna go find out what these agents that we've been working with up here are all about. We're gonna meet with them, and then we'll get you guys all the 411. It's gonna be an interesting weekend. We'll try to get some travel stuff done, and we'll try to get some update stuff done as well. Look for that. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the Raekwon of Travel Blogging. We are in Hanoi City. We're gonna go get some dinner. Get a lot accomplished while we're up here. We're gonna meet with a bunch of different agents. We're gonna get all the 411 on what's going on with the customers that are working with the Hanoi agents, and we'll get you all those details over this weekend. Look for that. Yeah, what's up, guys? So we are in Hanoi City. We're over near the border of the French Quarter and the Old Quarter. We got to go meet with a couple different visa agents today. So we're going to get the scoop on everything that's going on with all our customers that are working with visa agents up here in the north. So far, the weather's pretty good. It's good to be back in Hanoi. We'll show you guys a bit around today, and we'll try to get some travel blogging stuff done as well as business. Look for that. What's up with it, guys? We are in Hanoi Old Quarter. We're gonna go take a stroll over to Cafe Nang. It's a cafe that's been in business since the 1950s. So it was like the real happening spot to go during the 50s, I guess, and it's still doing it. So we're gonna go have a look. We're meeting with one of our visa agents today around 4 o'clock. She's gonna meet us at another iconic coffee shop. We'll show you that, and we'll tell you about that spot. We're supposed to meet with one of the agents tomorrow at his office. I came up here to kind of get some information from him, and he ended up telling me that it's better for him tomorrow. So I'm gonna go see if we can meet tomorrow, but I'm pretty much just gonna show up at his office anyway, so one way or the other, we're meeting. Anyway, guys, I hope you're all doing well. We're enjoying our little stroll in Hanoi. Take care of yourselves, and we'll keep you guys in the loop on all the happenings in Vietnam, and we'll try to get you some cool travel stuff as well. Peace. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the Pee Wee Herman from the Cheech and Chong movies, just doing crazy amounts of blow in a Chinese restaurant. So
yeah, I got one too.
We're here in Hanoi. We're chilling at Nang Cafe, one of the older cafes in Hanoi. Really bomb egg coffee. I wanted to do a little bit of an update for you guys on what's been going on, why I'm in Hanoi. So at the moment, I'm in Hanoi because during the period after Tet, there was a small period where my agent, and actually quite a lot of agents in Saigon, couldn't do any kind of entry visas. So the agents I was able to find that were able to do it have all been Hanoi based. So now we've done a good amount of business together. It's important we meet, so I'm up here to meet with them. I'm gonna narrow down which of them I prefer to work with, which of them's better with the customers. So that's kind of the point of this trip. But you know, I'm also up here at the same time because I love Hanoi and it's a fun town, so it's like not a big excuse for me to have to come up and hang out and eat at some of my favorite places. Let me tell you guys a little bit what's been going on. Off the top, there's been a lot of rejections of applications from VQ. We don't know why, and I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to get involved in any kind of local politics. All I'm going to say is that the applications are being rejected. I have an agent in Saigon who can get them approved, but it takes 40 working days, and it's nearly $1,000 more than a normal application. Both the agents up here have not been able to do VQ. They were. Actually, the agent I'm meeting with probably tomorrow, he had done a VQ guy for us from the States, and he got in, no problems, everything's cool. Now the last 3 applications got rejected. So it's not just this guy, it's the other agent in Hanoi I know, as well as a bunch of agents down in Saigon. All the VQ applications are being rejected right now, and there's only a handful of agents that can do it. So this is one of the reasons that I stress to you guys that sometimes when it's like there's an opportunity that's good, you should try to seize it, because if you wait, sometimes waiting things can get worse. Now there's a lot of speculation because they released some article about like if you have the vaccine allowing people back in June. Guys, I'm not even going to address that because first off, the papers out here print the same thing for months now. It's going to open this date, it's going to open that date. Everybody's guessing what date it's going to open, and it never opens, so we don't know. So I'm not even going to start reading into it. One thing you can know about the media here is that the rules change 4 times in a day. So sometimes what comes out from a press outlet like Vietnam Express or something like that, like it's a good thing to kind of keep an eye on like where the trends are, but it's really hard because they might come up with like an idea like, okay, we're going to open this at this date, and then something happens, and then even sometimes in the same day they decide they're not going to, but that's already been released to the press. So it's like the best thing to do is just wait and see, guys. Stop speculating. Like, you know, you'll know when you know. There's no other way to really tell you. You know, there's one day we're all gonna find out.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. One day there's gonna be some announcement. Oh, everything's back to normal. We can do it. We can do normal entries whenever that happens. I don't know. But right now it's not normal, and it does not look like it's getting easier. So people who are out there trying to say like, oh, it's too much money. Well, maybe a broke ass shouldn't come here. Vietnam's like not that cheap to get into right now because it's got jobs. There's hardly any corona, and it's a pretty cool place to be. I mean, it's got some problems for sure, but overall, this is not a bad spot to be, and I think a lot of people want to come in, so they're able to kind of fix prices at a higher amount, you know? I mean, they're offering an opportunity for people to earn income. I mean, that's difficult in today's world, especially in today's post-COVID world. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into what's going on lately and what I'm doing up here. The VQ thing, guys, I mean, I'll keep you informed. That's all I can do. If it gets easier, of course, I'll tell you. Right now, it's tough. Like I said, I have a woman who can do it. If you're interested in, you know, working with me on that, holler at me. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not dealing with any more janky, cheap agents. After Tet, I had no choice. I had to do business with a couple agents that were low price, but the service is bad. So I'm only gonna deal with agents that are professional, provide good customer service, because otherwise I'm putting out fires left and right. So, if you're counting every single penny to come here, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, maybe I'm not gonna be the right guy, because I'm gonna fix you up with somebody who's professional. And if that costs a little bit more, I would prefer to pay that and have less problems with your entry than to try to scrape pennies at every corner, and then something gets jacked up and then there's all kinds of problems, and then I'm flying up to Hanoi to see what's going on. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes it's you get what you pay for, and that is absolutely true with visa services also. What's going on, guys? So we are in the old quarter, Hanoi. We're gonna go take a walk and try to find some food. We just had a really productive meeting with one of the agents that we use up here in the north. Very, very interesting chat. I've learned quite a bit. So for those of you that are directly working with us for consulting, you can message me, and I'm gonna have a number of different services that I can now provide. We have a really, really good connection up here. She's an interesting lady, and I like her attitude towards the customers. I still need to meet with the other agent up here, but he's been a lot more responsive. So I'm not as really stressed about it as I was. Sometimes when you're dealing with some of these characters, they can do what you want them to do, but the customer service just doesn't exist. So it doesn't always mean that they're necessarily crooks, because this guy has been coming through with more or less most of what he said he would do, and he's refunded when there's been problems. So he's not a crook, but his customer service is horrendous. So I'm kind of looking forward to not working with him and using this woman instead for referrals. But she's just got a better attitude, and it's gonna be a lot easier to work with her. So this was a really productive meeting, and I'm really happy, and I'm enjoying the walk. So guys, the old quarter in Hanoi, man, this is such a cool neighborhood. It's really, really interesting. There's so much going on. I would absolutely love to live in Hanoi. The only thing that really stops me is the pollution. If it wasn't for the pollution, I think this would be probably one of my top cities. Just, you really can't beat the quality of, the food, the culture. I mean, there's so much going on here. It's an interesting spot, guys. Anyway, we're gonna go find some grub, and we'll show you a little bit more of the old quarter. Look for that. What's up, guys? So overall, what I've learned on this trip is that more or less everything is still possible that was possible before tech. It's just gotten more expensive and more difficult for certain passports in certain situations. From what the agents I've spoke to up here, and what I've been learning is that there's still pretty much everything that you could imagine is still possible. It's just the game has changed. It's gotten more expensive. Some passports are definitely being cut out unless they have a lot of money. Unfortunately, VQ people are being rejected a lot. It's still, it's not like they're closing the door. It's just it's getting harder, and they've kind of narrowed down who can provide what services. And I want you guys to remember all this, that unless you're directly being sponsored by a company and you really trust that company, or if you're investing in, opening your own business here, almost everything you do has a risk to it, and it can be gray. If it's gray area, I mean, you got to come in with your eyes open. But one of the things that I think is so valuable about what we do is we try to find out the details about how they're arranging whatever you're asking them to arrange, right? So are they doing it in a reasonably responsible way, or are they doing it in a crazy over-the-top way? Now, I don't want to pass moral judgment. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what's right or what's wrong. But there is definitely, even if you're going to do something that isn't fully, the straight and narrow, there still is safe and sane ways to do it. So the game isn't disappearing, it's just evolving. Being up here has been interesting. I was able to light a fire under kind of an annoying agent who was taking a long time to reply to my customers, and by me coming up here, he became very proactive. Another agent that I've been wanting to meet. She gave me a real breakdown of what she's able to do in her company. You know, I think I have a person who's pretty reliable for services in the north now. So it was a good trip, and I feel like we learned a lot, and I think we'll be able to bring you guys a lot more services and a lot more advice from what we've learned over this experience. And we're gonna keep learning, and as information becomes available, we're gonna share it with you guys. So this trip to Hanoi was very good for our information and for our customers, and it gives me a clearer picture of how I can help you guys moving forward. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? So Hanoi was good. We got a lot done. You know, I got to meet with 2 different agents, and I got to meet with this one particular agent that's been making my life a misery for the last 2 weeks. And my presence here made him start replying and doing his job better. So it was productive. It was good. We came up here to put out fires, and it seems like we have. And it also seems like we learned a lot more about what this other agent can offer. So I want to put everything in perspective. You know, I've been talking to a lot of people up here in Hanoi to see what the differences are as far as what they can do and how they see the situation, as well as the people that I know in Saigon. And I come away with this, guys. Nobody knows what's going to happen, so don't get too excited about hearing July. It depends, you know, on the virus. It depends on how, if this vaccine thing starts looking like it's working. I mean, it's crazy, guys. The world is crazy, man. I'm not a fucking wizard. I can't, like, see the future, okay? You know, like, the only thing I can tell you is that at the moment, it's crazy. Like, let me explain what happened. So there was a period leading up to TED where these expert visas were really easy to come by. You could do it very straightforward, and I don't mean easy, but like how easy for me. I'm here, and I'm you know, going door to door talking to people, and I have a feel for who can do what. You know what I'm saying? And then suddenly, come TED, we all heard about some new rules change. Poof. Like 60% of them can't do it no more. So it was like at least a week or 2 of like a pretty crazy scramble, and there was only a couple people I could find that could show me documents to prove that they had brought foreigners in recently. And the one dude who did, man, he's gotten the approvals, but he's turned out to be like for me an unbelievable stress just because of the unprofessionalism. So it was a breath of fresh air when we got our hands on a few more. And now we have some really good agents, and I have a really good agent up here in Hanoi. She can do a lot of shit. You know, pretty much you name it, she can get it done. Again, my disclaimer, whatever you do between you and this agent is your business. I'm not liable for anything you do. And, you know, if you do something you're not supposed to do, and it doesn't work out the way you expect it to, don't come looking at me for a refund, okay? I'm gonna be telling you everything you need to know before you get involved. So, because I'm a little bit sick of this, guys. People have been wasting my fucking time lately. They have been wasting my fucking time. Now, all right, there was a situation recently where these VQ people, they were rejected, and like I said, it's becoming really difficult. And for them, I wanted to reimburse them because I didn't like the way the agent was treating them, because this guy's attitude is fucking horrendous. And then the government has decided that they're gonna start rejecting all these VQ applications. I'm not gonna get into why. It's, you know, I'm not getting involved in the local politics. I got no opinion. But it's happening, and unfortunately these people got the brunt of that. And you know, they're nice people, and I felt really sorry about the situation, so I completely refunded them out of my own pocket, even though some of the costs that they initially paid I was not able to get back. I took it out of my own pocket. And I'll tell you why I did that, because there's a part of me that actually gives a shit about people, and sometimes it gets me into trouble because people will take advantage of it. Like, I want to do you a solid, but I also have to be respectful of my time. And when I see a situation where somebody got a really raw deal and I don't feel good about it, well, that's like a situation where my conscience gets involved. But when you're dealing with developing countries and you're coming in and you've never been to a country like this, but you do understand that there's such a thing as like official ways of doing things and unofficial ways of doing things, right? So if you understand this and you get yourself involved in doing something that you know is gray area, I can facilitate it for you. But you know, like, I'm not one of these guys, fairy godmother types who's all over, come to Vietnam, or everything's gonna be great, it's gonna be safe, there's never gonna be a problem. Guys, you could come in here as legal as you could even imagine, and you can still have problems. Some people get unlucky. I mean, for some people, like, you know, they come here to teach. Next thing you know, they're blacklisted in like 3 weeks, and they came with all their documents. Like, I tell the story a lot because it's so fucking crazy. I mean, you know, your landlord could fuck something up and you could have problems, you know? Like, it's just the way it is. This is what you're getting yourself into. You don't like that, then go look at fucking Japan or Korea. Like, those countries are very orderly. Vietnam has moves at its own fucking way, you know? And for me, it's cool, like, it works, you know? But I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it or like make you think that this is fancy land when it's not. Like, is it a good place to be? It's definitely a good place to be. Can you do a lot with your life here? Absolutely, you can do a lot with your life here. But, you know, it's up to you, and you gotta make big boy choices. And, you know, I wanna help people and I wanna be nice, but it's coming to a point now where, like, I feel like a lot of times I'm disrespected. People wanna try to just use me for free questions, and it's like, I don't even mean to be a dick about it, but it's like, I like helping to a point, you know what I mean? But then it gets to be like, damn, bro, like, I could be spending this time with my girl, I could be spending this time working with the customers who are already paying me, and I'm getting fucking busy, man. It's getting crazy out here. So, you know, I'm a cool guy. I'll do my best to help you. If you get really, really hurt and I feel bad about it and like I feel responsible, I'll always take care of you. But, you know, all I ask in return, guys, is just be cool, man. Fucking hey, just be cool. Anyway, I hope these videos are helpful. I'll give you a little insight into what I figured out while I was up here. I'll do one last clip and then we'll close it out for the day. Yo, what's going on there, youngsters? So anyways, we'll wrap it up. So yeah, that's my rant, that's my complaint, that's what I learned. It's been cool. I love coming to Hanoi. I really love this city. It's a great city. I'm not in love with the fact that I had to go chase an agent around, but that's part of what I do, guys. That's part of my service. Like, if one of these agents or one of these people start fucking up, like, I'll come up here and I'll figure it out. I'll get on them. And like, just me coming up and getting on this one dude, he started like fixing the problems, you know? He was being kind of like lackadaisical about replying to the customer, so I threatened to show up at his job on Facebook Live. And all of a sudden, magically, the customers got all the questions answered they wanted. So, I mean, it's still not a pleasure to work with the fucking guy, but this is part of the thing, man. If there's a problem, I come up here and I fucking try to deal with it for you. You know, you want somebody who's gonna tell you that this is fucking Korea, I'm not the guy. You want somebody who's gonna babysit you and pat you on the fucking head, and, you know, you're not ready to take responsibility for your choices, don't message me. But if you want somebody here who can help you figure out how to fucking work this little system to get what you want right now, you know, like, you know, I'm probably not a bad dude to talk to. Again, I don't judge you. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, or try to correct your fucking grammar like half these retards in these fucking Facebook groups or Reddit groups. I don't care, man. If I want to provide a service to the customer, and whatever makes you happy, whatever gets you to the goals you want in your life, because life is really short, man. And like, if being in Vietnam is what you need to be doing, and this is where you need to be, you know, like, consider me your fixer. Anyway, if you have any questions, guys, hit me up. I'm happy to talk about it, happy to chat. Within reason, just be cool. Just don't let, like, you're texting me like over fucking 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and you're still asking me over and over about, because guys, I know the industry. I know when someone's shopping for somebody to see if the guy they're doing business with can give them a lower price. I don't have time for that, guys. You want to work with somebody, you like the way my vibe is, you watch my YouTube, you feel good about me, then hit me up, man. If you're gonna come in with the attitude like I'm a scam and you haven't even said like 3 words to me, bye. And oh, for the VQ people who are trying to apply right now, Just wait, guys. We got a homeboy, he's doing it right now. He's moving forward at the higher rate with one of the agents. So when, you know, once we see what happens with that, then if it's cool and it can work, I'm gonna let you know. I don't wanna see, I feel sorry for that whole thing, guys. Legit, I think it's fucked up, but you know, I gotta work with what I got. And you know, when the time comes, if you wanna use me again, I'll do my best for you. Peace.
Brush your face and wash your teeth, son.
Hey, what's up? I'm D from Canada. Hook up with the New York Nomad if you want a smooth ride into Vietnam or any Southeast Asian countries.
Hey, my name is Aaron. Get in contact with the New York Nomads. If you want to get into Vietnam, hit them up. They'll get you in securely and professionally.
Yo, this is Uncle Hollywood. I'm telling you right now, the New York Nomad got me a job. He's legit. Hit him up. Check him out.
New York Nomad set me up in Vietnam.
Yo, my man got me a job. Come to Vietnam.
Hey, what's up, guys? You thinking about coming to Vietnam? You're not sure where to start. You've heard a lot of things online. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's not. We offer a consulting service where we help you get on your feet in Vietnam. We give you advice on negotiating contracts with employers. We help you with real estate agents, visa agents that are reliable and that you can trust. We help you get started in this amazing country and get on your feet. We help you get into different opportunities that might be more difficult for you if you were just landing in the country on your own. And we help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and problems that you could have as a newcomer here. We provide you with reliable job recruiters, visa agents, real estate agents, and advice. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vietnam, hit us up for a consultation. We'll help you get started, help you get on your feet, and hopefully you'll love Vietnam as much as we do.